Hi guys, Ursa Dia here, and I'm back with another K-pop reaction video. Today I'm going to be doing another Prologue playthrough. This time it's of a game called Wannabe Challenge, and I'm super excited. I don't know much about this game other than it was originally Korean, and I think that the guys are somehow supernatural. I'm not really sure. I keep getting ads for it, but I don't actually know what it's about or anything, so I'm going into this completely blind. If you're wondering why I might sound a bit quiet, it is currently 2 in the morning and I am recording, and so I'm trying not to wake up my family. So sorry that the audio might be a little bit quieter, but I'm trying to be like right on top of my mic, so hopefully that helps a bit. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so here we are at the title screen. And I'm going to type in my name. So first name, we're gonna do Marissa. And then last name, I'm not gonna put my real last name, I'm gonna do Asobi. Take it. There we go. Okay. Hopefully this works. I had a lot of issues like with downloading it, and it had like an update that I had to do, and it kept saying like the file just wasn't working, and I thought it might have been an issue with my Wi-Fi, and it wasn't that. Turns out my iPod was just running out of storage, so I had to delete a few apps that I don't use. And then it started working. Now we're getting into the story. Stand by. 3, 2, 1. Cue. Oh, is this us? We're super pretty if this is us. Feeling nervous? Oh, can you tell? This isn't a formal interview, it's a making film, so please make yourself comfortable. Are we like a model or an idol? Sure. Now, good afternoon, everyone. I am here with Rissa Arisadia, the chic, that's it. It's great. It's 2 in the morning. We're on a roll today. The chic and confident fashionista. From Wannabe Challenge, a social media project that has been making the latest headlines. Our next issue, aka The Challenger's Roommate, is available next month, so be sure to check that out. Now, let's jump to the first question, shall we? How on earth did you end up living together with 4 guys? Interesting. I'm assuming the 4 guys are probably like the dateables. Living together? Right on, they actually live with you in your very own house. Oh, yes, that's right. But I think it's more of like offering them a homestay. Then let me switch around the question. How did you end up having these 4 guys in your homestay house? Well. So this must be like a flashback type thing. I think, this is pretty. I think with like the supernatural, I think one of them is supposed to be like a kitsune. Which if that's true, then this looks like it's probably kitsunebe, which is foxfire essentially. So it was like, this is pretty, a strange and fantastic story. Is that a double moon? Full moon? The crescent? Long winter night's dream. A story that has been hidden all over the world, but no one has ever looked into. Shh.
그런 건 나중에 밝혀도 좋지 않겠어?
So this looks like his name is Taehi. Shouldn't you save it for later? Taehi, when did you get here?
에디터님,
I'm
방금
sorry,
질문은
but
빼주실
could
수
you cross
있을까요?
that question out?
애가 곤란해하는 것 같아서.
You don't want to fluster her. Oh, then we can continue to roll, but we can edit this out later. What do you think?
아, 이거 참 안 된다니까
Lady,
그러네.
no is no. You don't
집안
understand
사정이
how
상당히
complicated our
복잡하거든요.
relationship is. I don't like the fact that relationship is in quotes. Taehi, who is that guy? I believe he doesn't take part in the challenge.
신경 쓰지 마세요.
Oh, him?
집 지키는
Don't worry
친구인데
about him.
오늘만
He
데리고
usually
나왔어요.
watches the house, but we decided to take him out for a walk today. Do we treat him like a dog?
야, 너 지금 나 개취급한
His name
거야?
is Yuha. Excuse me, did you just introduce me as a dog? Apparently we did. Come on, guys, can't you focus? Our girl is having her interview. So his name looks like it's Hansel. Hansel, not you too. Why are you all here? What about your solo shoots? Done hours ago. You know how delicate and gifted my expressiveness is. Finished all in one cue. Phew, the audio's overlapping now. We'll take a short break.
사실
Actually, I've been watching you for some time now, doing your interview. So this is Biho. Oh gosh, I was stammering until now. I was bad, wasn't I? I'm a photo type of girl, not video.
걱정 마.
Don't you worry.
예뻐.
You looked beautiful. Thanks for the comfort.
진짜인데.
I'm telling the truth.
알잖아.
You already know
예비는
that goblins
거짓말이
can't lie.
못하는 거.
So
널
he's a
가장 잘하는
goblin?
사람이 우리니까 믿어도 좋아.
Okay.
멋져.
If they are...
잘한다.
Oh, I skipped that
최고야.
line. Oh no. Whoops. Well, okay, I'll make my comment later. Actually, I guess. So my comment was going to be like, if he is a goblin, like in my head, goblins are like kind of like gremlin-y, like long ears, very wrinkly, like really ugly, kind of like, I guess, like a stereotypical like American goblin, like kind of gross greenish skin tone. And so I was gonna be like, they don't look anything like that, but I know like there's like the popular K-drama Goblin, and that dude's supposed to be Goblin. And so like I'm assuming that because this game is Korean, it's more like the Korean type of goblin, which I'm assuming is not like the ugly, hideous, like Americanized goblin that I'm thinking of. Oh hey, Jungkook posted albeit. Whoops. I don't know how to turn off notifications on my iPod, so sorry for any pop-ups. You are beautiful. You are the best. I should say this often so you get used to it.
동감이에요.
I also feel the same, so please smile. Wait, guys, can you all stand in a line? I do have to say, this prologue is kind of confusing given that, like, it's kind of like a flashback, like we're already living with them, like, and have like a relationship set up. We don't really have like the backstory yet. And now I will introduce you my roommates. You there on the left, why don't you start? Eh? Why me first? I heard the main hero always shows up last, not first. He kind of looks, Hansel kind of reminds me of Uzi from 17. I think it's like the kind of like big eyes and like short stature. Which means you are not the main hero. What? Are you picking a fight with me? I was just telling the truth. Keep your manners to your elders.
그만. 거기까지.
Stop. That's enough. We're not home, guys.
이거 오늘 안에 자기
Can we even
소개팅이야?
finish the interview today? You have no rights to comment. You're not even a participant.
여기서 네가 제일
Hey,
시끄럽거든.
the question was about the people sharing the house, and that includes me.
왜? 갑자기 웃고 그래?
Why are you laughing all of a sudden? That creeps me out a little. Perhaps she is so mad she's having a breakdown.
아, 미안해.
What?
내가 잘못했어.
Oh no, I'm sorry,
말하지 마.
it's all my bad. Don't get angry at us. The English is like just slightly off, that like if I were to like read it as is, it would still like be understandable, but it just sounds slightly off. But it is pretty good. I've definitely seen worse translated games. No, that's not why I'm laughing, silly. It's just, I'm just so happy. I believe this is the very moment that I feel lucky for the first time in my life. Okay, the MC of this game is so freaking pretty. Like, I get that we're supposed to be like a fashionista, but like, we are so pretty. Like, we kind of look like a better version of the main character of True Beauty. Like, that's kind of like what her aesthetic is kind of reminding me of. This makes me worried, but I shall cherish the moment nevertheless. Maybe I'm just dreaming a sweetest dream. Haha, that sounds like some fantastic dream, I must say. So this will be the last question for today's interview. You said you hesitated when you first saw the Wannabe challenge post. What would you tell that hesitant girl as a future challenger? To myself back in time? Okay, I have my reply. I'm ready for the camera roll. Don't feel so afraid. You'll meet them soon enough. Let all the sorrow and pain you suffer drift away with the gentle warm breeze. Listen carefully. Our hair kind of like changed colors slightly. And you'll hear their voices. Hang in there just a bit more. You're bound to be happy. This will be the last shoot for today. Everybody stand by.
무슨 생각해? 멍하니
What are you doing? Don't just stand there.
빨리 안 오면 그냥 찍는
If you
거야.
don't hurry up, we'll just take the photo without you.
그래. 표지에
Yeah,
눈만
you
남아도
okay with the
괜찮아?
cover shoot without you?
거울 같은 거 안 봐도 돼.
You look great, so don't bother finding a mirror.
아,
Oh,
그렇다고
but don't
뛰지는
rush.
말고
I don't want
천천히
to see you trip over.
넘어질라.
Okay. Wait for me, I'm coming. Now, 1, 2, 3. That's a cute picture. My fortune, my beginning, all started on that very day. Okay. Press start. Okay, I'm pressing start. Okay, so this is gonna be kind of like MLQC type setup of like mixes of like story levels and challenges. D-Day. Does D-Day stand for Doomsday? Like, whenever I hear somebody say D-Day, I always just think like Doomsday, and I don't think that's what it's supposed to stand for. I've been longing for today. But why does this stuff always happen to me? All of my plans have completely fallen apart this evening. All of my hopes have vanished, and I don't even have a place to return to anymore. Did we like get kicked out of our house or something? After a long round of bus riding, I finally arrive at a corner store near the place I used to call home. I buy a few cans of beer from the store and sit at one of the tables outside. Then I take out the note on the table and think to myself as I stare at it. To my future bride, if you have to go out today, wait until after 7 p.m. Please, I don't want you to get hurt. I shouldn't have gone. I should have listened to the note. maybe things would have been different if I had listened. I mean, I also wouldn't have trusted a note that was randomly sent to me that's addressed to my future bride. I'd kind of be like, am I being stalked right now? Do I have like some creep following me who's planning on like kidnapping me and forcing me to marry them? I'd be like, no, thank you. I should trust myself and not sketchy ass notes. However, there's no use crying over spilt milk. You know what? I am the only one I should trust in this crazy, cruel world. Hell yeah. I sit up in my chair and pull out my phone. You know what? I should take some selfies. Today I deserve to celebrate me a little. That's a very weird segue. If your life's kind of falling apart and you're like, I should trust myself, maybe your first step should be like pulling your life back together. Not taking selfies, but you know, if it boosts your confidence, it boosts your confidence. Life always looks better in photos anyways. Maybe for some. Snap. I can already tell with like the art style of the games, like these CGs are gonna be so pretty. Wow, I look fabulous if I say so myself. Do you ever like take a selfie and like you accidentally get like a cute guy in the back, but then you like then see that and purposefully take a selfie to get the cute guy in the back? I sometimes do that. Like if there's a cute guy around and I like want to show like my best friend, like I'll send like a Snapchat selfie and I'll like make the guy be in like the background, but like I'll pretend like I'm just posing. Well, Rissa, at least you have your looks. I wish. I cheer up a bit after posting my pictures to the popular social media app Wannabe. So I'm assuming Wannabe's just like Instagram. But then, wait a minute, who is that guy in my photo? I turn around ready to give him a death stare, but there's no one there. I mean, like, in the time that it took you to take the photo and then post it, like, he easily could have just, like, walked away. Hey, he's actually pretty cute. He kind of gives me 707 vibes. I should delete it, but it's such a good photo of me. So keep it, but don't post it. Post the single selfie that we took. I hesitate, torn between deleting it or keeping it. Then I notice the new comments from my followers. That beer looks good, but you look better. Wow, you're so pretty. You're my role model. So we just posted that picture without noticing that there was a guy. We didn't notice the guy until afterwards. I thought we just posted the picture of us with the beer can. Wow, you're so pretty. You're my role model. Wow. In 2 seconds, we've gotten more, essentially, likes on this fake photo than I do in real life. I'm a role model? Like magic, my mood started to lift. And now I want to leave the photo on my Wannabe feed. A few minutes later. Hey, did you see the latest announcement on Wannabe? Announcement? What's she talking about? Then a feed catches my eye. Wannabe challenge? What's this for? The top 3 contestants will receive a big cash prize. Okay, I don't know if they're going to like let us read the entire thing, but it says so Wannabe challenge, register for Wannabe challenge, qualification, under the age of 100, has over 100k followers on Wannabe, has passion for fashion. How to post up your unique stylish photos and tag #Wannabe challenge. You must reach over 500k likes on your photo to qualify. When? The challenge will run for 3 months. Prizes: First, Muse 1 is $30,000 cash and own fashion brand on Wannabe. Second place is $30,000. So essentially the only difference between first and second is you get a fashion brand, which I guess does lead to more money, but it's still like, it should be like $20,000. And then third is $10,000. So the top 3 contestants will receive a big cash prize. The first place winner will be crowned Muse 1 and receive the opportunity to launch their own fashion brand. Wow, that sounds amazing. Maybe I should enter. I click on my Wannabe profile to check my follower count. 11,000 followers. Yo, that's pretty good. I think I have maybe like 100. I don't have a lot on Instagram. Hey, this is a great time. Follow me on Instagram at Arisadia. It's literally my YouTube name, but without the AI. It's not good enough. There are so many wannabe stars with a ton of followers. Sigh. I probably shouldn't waste my time. Feeling a little bitter, I chug down my drink. Just then,
워너비 챌린지.
Wannabe challenge, huh?
워너비 챌린지가
What's that?
뭐예요?
Without turning around, I laugh. Don't you know what a challenge is? It's a competition. I know what that is.
이거 하면
But do you think it's worth entering? Sure. That is, if you can win. Hold on, something feels off. I always have issues with like people who are like, I'm only going to enter if I have like an actual shot at winning. But then at the same time, I like also kind of like understand where they're coming from, because it's like, why would you put effort into something if you know that you're gonna like lose? Like, I've been watching lots of like American Idol and like X Factor, like bad auditions, because like it boosts my ego. But I always sit there and I'm like, there are some people who go on there knowing that they're bad. And I'm like, if you know that you're bad, why are you entering a competition where you need to be good? Like, why would you do that? Like, I understand if they actually think that they're good and they're just not, and nobody's told them, like, honestly, ever in their life. But it's like, some people go on knowing that they're bad and then get upset when they don't make it. And it's like, why would you do that? So I kind of, like, understand, like, you shouldn't enter if you know you can't win. But I guess, like, with sports and stuff, it's, like, different. And so I think, like, with sports, like, you should enter and try your best. Hold on, something feels off. Something about this guy is giving me the creeps. Excuse me, who are you and why? I slowly turn my eyes to the side from the strange feeling. Then win it.
되잖아.
I don't like how his pants are, like, slightly green. Like, it almost matches his jacket. It kind of annoys me. Huh? You're the guy in my photo. Who are you? Are you some kind of stalker? It's a valid, like, guess, given that we got a note saying,
사람
to my future bride. Me? No, I'm not a stalker.
도깨비인데.
I'm just a goblin. Okay, this is what I think is, like, kind of weird, because, like, I don't know how, like, normal, like, creatures are, I guess, in, like, this universe, but it's, like, on the Wannabe challenge, it said the age limit was under 100, and it's, like, not many people live to 100, and so it's, like, kind of interesting that that would be, like, the age limit. Like, you would think normally it would be, like, 20 to 30 years old. So I think it's, like, interesting, and then the fact that he just right out says, like, I'm a goblin, like, it's whatever. Okay, if you're drunk, please move along and go home, mister. The stranger scratches his head in confusion and looks around, then turns his attention back to me. Here, watch. What did he do? He just had, like, green light. As soon as his words drop, strange green light surrounds us. Oh, are we teleporting? What a strange day. What's happening? Am I drunk already? Or am I dreaming? I must be losing my mind. So he's just making a green light shine. It's not doing anything. The strange light reappear before my eye, then disappear again. This can't be real. Are you really a goblin? Today is D-Day. The day which no one remembers. My birthday. That's kind of sad. Nobody remembers our birthday. I'm lucky in that all of my friends always end up remembering my birthday because it's on a holiday. But like, it also sucks because it's on a holiday, so like, nobody ever does anything with me. My life has always been full of unexplainable events, so not much surprises me anymore. However, today turns out to be the strangest day of all. Okay, so this is definitely set up almost like MC or LQC. God, the acronym's so hard, but like the name is like harder. Because like it's giving us a card. What does NH stand for? Because MLQC is the only other like card-based like mobile automate that has like an NH rank. And I don't know like what that rank is, because N is normally normal, because it's normally like normal, rare, super rare, special, or like super rare, and then like special, or like things like that. It really depends on like which card, or like ultra rare and stuff like that. But I've never seen NH until MLQC, so I don't know what it's supposed to stand for. Obtained a new Evermore. Each Evermore holds special memories with the guide characters. Your modeling ability will increase from the Evermores you own. Now, shall we start the photo shoot? 5 stamina. So then, choose a camera for the photo shoot. If you use a camera that matches the recommended filter, you will receive additional points. Okay, so this is kind of like the staff cards in MLQC. Select the Evermore we wish to use. Oh, they start us off with 2. It's pretty decent. These are the camera and outfit scores. I like the graphics that they're using. It does seem like it's a bit confusing. Your photo shoot was a success. The rewards you collect from photo shoots will be used throughout the game. Yeah, to level up cards and stuff, that's pretty standard. Okay, so this recording is about a half hour, so I'm gonna do one more story part, and then I'm gonna kind of like explore the app and end it, just because I don't want it to be too long. My life has always been full of strange, unexplainable events, but this particular extraordinary one has actually started this morning. Rissa, are you all set? Yes, I'm ready. Alright, let's start the photo shoot. Sure. My life is so pathetic. This is what I say to myself at least once every day. If you're modeling, how is your life pathetic? I mean, like, there are lots of like issues with like modeling and stuff, but typically like they have relatively decent lives as long as you're like an actual model. I don't like when like Instagram influencers are like, oh, I'm a model. It's like, no, you're unemployed. That's what you are. Today is my birthday, the day I was born into this world. That's typically what a birthday is. I'm officially 21 now. As usual, this pesky fate of mine has struck me again. That'd be the only explanation why I'm called out to the studio on my birthday for a reshoot since early morning. Because the photos from my previous shoot happened to magically get deleted. Okay, so like, essentially her biggest complaint is that somebody lost the files or deleted the files accidentally of her last photo shoot. And essentially we're like, oh hey, it's your, like, I know it's your birthday, but you need to come to work. Like, most people work on their birthdays. Like, I have the luxury of mine's a holiday, so like normally I wouldn't have, but like one year when I was working, I did work on my birthday. So like, if you work at a grocery store, like, you're working holidays, and so like I worked on my birthday. It was my second day on the job. Horrible decision, but like, if you need to make money, you need to make money. Like, you can work on your birthday. Besides, today isn't just my birthday, it's also my long-awaited D-Day. Still, they're willing to pay me extra for the reshoot, so I won't complain so much. Oh yeah, if you're getting paid extra, like, why are you complaining? I'll try to stay positive about it. You literally have probably one of the easiest jobs to be doing. You're getting paid extra. Why are you complaining? Even though the day's already tiring me off, I try to keep a good mindset. Yes, since today's D-Day. Okay, she keeps saying D-Day, but she's not like explaining what D-Day is. And that's kind of like pissing me off because like this is the third part of the story. However, as I'm reminded of what today is, or what day it is today, a bitter smile casts upon my lips. Rissa, is there some good news? I think I just saw you smile. Sure, we'll tell him that he's right. I guess. The photographer asks me for details, but I give him a smile as my answer instead. Good morning, Rissa. You look happy today. Suddenly, my mind becomes fuzzy as the conversation with my mom from this morning overruns my brain. Good morning, Rissa. You look happy today. Did something happen overnight? It's lovely to see you smile. When I look up after smelling a stench of perfume, I see my mother, a top model, actually an ex-top model, standing in front of a mirror with a smile. Yeah, and you look bright today as well. Did I hear you humming earlier? Yes, today's my exciting day, sweetie. Remember the modeling agency in New York I told you about? Today's the day I get to start working with them. Really? Yes, I know it's last minute, but I'll be away for around 3 days for work. Are you perhaps sad about the news of departure? Sorry, the word news is like right where a crack in my screen was, and so I could not tell what word it was. Well, I guess I'll miss you. I brashly lied to her, however she responds. Did something really happen to you, hun? I haven't seen you this friendly before. Seeing you smile sure makes my day. I don't know. I wonder why. Of course something happened. It's my birthday, and it's the day I finally execute my plan. Today's my D-Day, the day I leave this house and become independent. If you put independent in quotes, that doesn't seem like you're becoming independent. From my mom. Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense. But Mom, did you know you told me that I'm friendly and I make you smile and all, but you never looked me in the eyes when you talk. Your eyes are always watching no one else but yourself. Sounds like we have a very narcissistic mother. As usual, my mom's gaze is fixed upon her own reflection in the mirror as she continues to talk. Do you want to tag along? Huh? You should go with me. I can introduce you to some of the top authorities. After all, connections are everything in this industry. You'll be able to become a top model in no time without any hassle of starting from the bottom. I told you I don't want to become a model. Then why are we doing photo shoots already? I tried to keep myself neutral today, but I ended up snapping. Actually, what I really wanted to say is I don't want to become Someone like you, Mom. I stopped myself from spilling those spiteful words, but they continued to wander inside my head. You work as a fit model for some online clothing store, sweetie. How's that any different from this? That's only because... Rissa, are you listening? Oh, pardon? Did you say something? Sorry, I missed what you said. Some may say it's ironic for me to work as a model when I despise all things related to my mom. However, I convinced myself that it's something I needed to do in order to achieve my goal. I asked you if you could close your eyes for a moment. Oh, sure. I close my eyes, then my senses immediately assimilate to the cool breezy wind, the scent of flower in the air. Just as the intense floral scent from those creamy white flowers deluge my senses.
어른이 되면 데리러 갈게.
I'll come for you when you become an adult. I blink my eyes open from a flash of the strange scene in a man's voice. What's wrong? Did you say something just now? No, I didn't say anything. Oh, I must have misheard it. Sorry, I'll pose again. Why am I so unfocused today? Am I just too excited? I calm down my heart and close my eyes again.
그전까지 네가
Until then,
너무 많이 불행하지
I hope
않게.
you don't go through too much pain. Once again, I hear this unknown but familiar voice from somewhere. Then, from this sudden vertigo, I rest my head against the wall and squeeze my eyes shut.
우리는
Then
어떻게든 다시 만날
We will
거야.
meet again someday.
지금 가고 있어.
I'm coming for you. So, is this like a kind of like reincarnation? Like we've had this like, we met them like years ago or something like that? From this vivid scene and the voice which seems to be clearly whispering into my ears, I open my eyes again in surprise. Then, wait, what's that? Is there something wrong? What's that over there on Rissa's hand? This time, the photographer is the one to halt the session. Dude, if it's like a spider or some shit on her hand, I would freak the fuck out. Okay, so we're gonna do one more challenge just because I want to see. Yet again, seems like this would be pretty easy to figure out. Okay. So now, okay. Oh, we leveled up. Nice. So now we can level up with experience we gained from photo shoots. Now let's upgrade your camera. Press the home button. And tap on the camera. Select the camera. Camera level. Stats. Okay, so we just kind of like leveled that up. That seems to be fairly similar to the leveling up the staff in MLQC. So then this is a new camera from the looks like it. Okay, so to continue playing the game, press start. I don't want to keep playing the game. I kind of want to explore. So this seems to be like the main kind of menu that you can get to. So we have the camera. This looks like stuff that will unlock. So my guess is history and date will probably unlock depending on what type of cards we get. Study room is probably something to increase our stats. Probably like a time-based thing. My guess would probably... Or actually, maybe it would be work. I don't know. I'm guessing work and study room might be similar to... like working jobs or like company training or something in like Obey Me or like MLQC. This is just, I don't want to keep buying things. I'm interested in what W Live is, because I know like there's like the Korean like V Live broadcasting thing. So that'll be interesting once we get to like find that out. So it looks like a lot of things definitely do get unlocked after. Oh, I actually should not be collecting. Oh! Oh, wow. Did I pre-register for this? Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I have a habit of, I get ads for a lot of like Otome games. Big surprise there. And I have a habit of, if one piques my interest, I pre-register for it, and then I never get notifications of when it's actually released. And typically by the time it's released, I'm like, I don't feel like playing it. And so then I don't download it until much later. And so this, I think, is like maybe like the first time, or this is something that like they do for like everybody. Dude, but I am getting so much stamina. Holy crap, that's a ton of stamina. I have 572 stamina. It is currently like almost 3 in the morning. There's no way I'm gonna be able to like waste this all in one sitting. Like, it's impressive though. This, oh, it's just profile pictures. Oh, so we can go to like their different rooms? That's cool. Doesn't look like they're in here. But that's kind of cool that like they're all the different like rooms to explore. That's locked. You can get free things from watching ads. Okay, so the setup of it seems to be pretty decent. Just want to see items. So let's see, do they have like where you can buy diamonds? Because I want to see like the conversion for that. Okay, so so $2 for 135 gems. That's actually not a bad conversion rate, especially for like an Otome game. Like, and that's one of like my biggest things is like a lot of these games like you can play for free, but like sometimes like if there's like a card you really want, or like if you like want to get like the premium story and stuff, like you do need to have like a lot of the like extra like special money, not like the normal money and stuff. And sometimes that can be like hard to get depending on like the game. Like some games you really have to like farm for it and save for it, and so sometimes it makes it really hard to get. But and like I don't mind spending money on it, but like some conversion rates are like so bad. But this one actually seems to have a good one. Like 135 gems for like $2 is actually, I would say, a really good deal. Like that's pretty good. That's like a lot of bang for your buck for like a game like this. So that's pretty good. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end this here just because it is like 45 minutes. I do have to say right off the bat, like part of me is kind of sad we didn't get real introductions of all the characters, but we did get to technically be introduced to all of them within the prologue, even though the prologue was some sort of like weird flashback type thing. which I think was actually a really interesting way to do the prologue, because like most of the time the prologue is like before you meet all the guys, whereas this one was like you're already like established like living with them, and like you're already like a part of the challenge, and I'm assuming like probably like either the winner like really like well known from it. So I think that that's really interesting, and how like they already like established the relationships, and now once the story actually starts is when you're going back to like when you meet them. So I think that that's really interesting. I've not seen a game that does that. So I really, really enjoy that. I think that that's a really unique way of doing their story. And I like how in the prologue you get to meet all the guys, because I know like MLQC, like I got really annoyed because I played for 45 minutes and I didn't get to meet like all of the guys. Like we met one guy and they mentioned one other guy, and that was it. And so I was like super, super annoyed at that. So I'm glad that in the prologue we at least got to meet all of the guys, even though we technically haven't like individually like met and like introduced ourselves to any of them, because of just like the established relationship. But we did get to interact with them, so I did enjoy that. I think that's really cool. And then we did get to meet Biho, I think was his name, who kind of like look wise reminds me of 707, but I think it's just the red hair with the gold rimmed glasses. But because personality wise, he seems much different from 707, but look wise, he kind of reminds me of 7. But so far, first thoughts of the game, really thought that like the prologue was really interesting. I am kind of unsure about like the actual plot line of the game just starting off, because like they keep mentioning the D-Day, but I guess technically they explain that D-Day is like the day that she's moving out, but it seems kind of like abrupt, because like she was like, I can't return home, and like goes and like buys beer, and so it kind of makes it seem like she like got kicked out or something, when she literally is just deciding to move out, and like her mom doesn't even know, and apparently her mom's leaving for 3 days, so it's like you can go home, like your mom won't even be home if you go home. So I don't really understand that whole thing. Like I could understand if she was like going out to buy beer to like celebrate moving into like her new home or something, but I don't know, it just seems like kind of weird. Maybe it's just like the way that it was like translated, or like we're not getting like the full thing yet, which I mean we aren't, but it was just kind of like weird for me. But maybe that was just me. But I do have to say I really love the art style of this game. I honestly think, especially for a mobile otome, this probably has one of the best art that I've seen. And like the fact that like even in just like the main character, like there's so much detail in the MC, and like she's so pretty. She's definitely one of the prettiest MCs I think I've ever seen for any like otome game, especially a mobile one. She is so pretty. She really does remind me of the protagonist of True Beauty, with like just the way her hair is and stuff. But like even like the small like CGs that they kind of showed us, like looks so so pretty. So I'm really excited to see like individual CGs with all the guys and stuff, because I think that they're gonna be like probably some of the best that I've seen for a mobile otome. So that's really exciting. Concerns that I do have with going forward with this game is the fact that like it is set up in like a card challenge based thing, and I mentioned it when I did the prologue playthrough of MLQC about how I don't like when games are like that, because it will hit a cap where like you can't level up your cards anymore, and you kind of just get stuck there, and it makes you not want to play, because if you have to spend like weeks upon weeks trying to like level up your cards to beat the next level, like it's not worth that time and effort. Or you get stuck in a situation where all your cards are completely leveled up and you're still unable to like pass, but there's nothing more you can do. So I do have that concern with this, because like that's something that happened to me in Obey Me. That's something I'm currently struggling with in LQC, like already, like, and I've been like binging that game like hardcore, which is probably like part of the issue. Like when I play games like these, I don't play them casually, like I binge them. And so like for me especially, like I end up getting stuck relatively quickly in my gameplay. Like I get super far in the story, but then I get stuck because my cards aren't as high as they need to be, because I'm still a new player, but I like push, so I'm like super far. And so I'm kind of worried that that's kind of what this is going to be, where I'm going to get stuck and just not want to play, or going to get frustrated because I'm trying to push through and I'm just hitting a wall. So I am worried about that. And I am worried that this is going to be yet another Otome where you can't actually date a character. Like, I don't know why that has become a fad in recent Otome games. And like, I understand the appeal, but like, if I'm playing a dating sim, like, part of the appeal is I want to actually be able to date the characters. Like, I don't want to just flirt with them. Like, I want to be able to, like, actually date them. So I am kind of worried that this is going to be, like, Obey Me or MLQC and stuff like that, where you can't actually date the characters. Like, I, like, understand the appeal, and I end up liking some of, like, the appeal. Like, with Obey Me, I don't mind it because I like a lot of the guys, and two of them are like my favorites, so I don't mind not having to choose between them in that case, because I love both of them so much. Whereas then like games like MLQC, I distinctly like hate one of like the main four guys. Like right off the bat, I disliked him, and then the more the story is getting into, the more like my hatred for him has grown. And so it's like, if I could choose a route, because I have a favorite character, so if I could choose my favorite character or literally any other route than my least favorite guy, like I'd prefer that, because yeah, he still might be in the other character's roots, but like he wouldn't be like a prevalent part. Whereas like with the game, way the game is set up, like there are chapters that are specifically like for him, and I'm like, I rather not deal with you. And so like that's kind of like my issue with these games, and I feel like that's what's going to happen with this one. But I guess we'll have to see. Hopefully I'll actually like all four of these guys. And it won't be like MLQC where I distinctly hate somebody. But so far it seems pretty interesting. Love how they did the prologue. Love the art style. And so I guess we'll just have to see how the story continues and how the gameplay plays out. I'm really excited to see what like the other features, like the W Live, like the work and study room, and like all of those stuff that isn't unlocked yet. I'm really excited to see what those are, and I hope that they won't be too confusing, because I know MLQC has like a lot of like extra stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what half of this does. So I'm kind of hoping that this will be more concise and less confusing. But I guess we'll have to wait and see until I do a review on this game, which probably won't be for a while because I need to get pretty far into it before I can do a review. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I thought that this was fun. It's honestly probably one of the best prologue playthroughs I've done, just because like it actually seemed like concise and like well thought out. There were some grammar issues, but it seemed pretty decent. So far I don't hate this MC. So like I think that's a plus right there. I think this is the first Prologue playthrough I've done where I don't hate the MC, so that's already loads better. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of it so far. If you liked it, if you didn't, if you have any other Otome games you want me to check out, whether it's through a Prologue playthrough or if you want a review, let me know. And I will try to do that for an upcoming Otomania. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I release more Otomania or just other fun videos on my channel. I release Otomania videos every other Monday unless I'm like busy or dying or something came up. But every other Monday typically at noon. So feel free to check those out. And I hope you all enjoyed and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Love you. Bye.